Look around. The everyday world appears as a collection of distinct physical items: a chair, a tree, a screen. Everything seems to have a hard boundary, separated from everything else by empty space. In this model, these separate objects only interact by making direct physical contact or by projecting force across the distance between them. Cause and effect flow in a straight, predictable line. This mechanical framework, a universe of isolated parts acting like billiard balls bouncing off one another, has driven human logic and classical physics for centuries. It is an incredibly practical way to navigate daily life. It also dictates a harsh reality, that we are entirely detached from our environment, locked inside our own heads, and deeply, inescapably alone. Modern physics points to a completely different architecture. It is called quantum field theory. The core premise of this theory is that the independent, isolated particles we thought made up the universe do not actually exist. Instead, reality is constructed from infinite oceans of energy known as fields. Every electron belongs to a single, undivided field stretching across all of space. What we perceive as a physical particle is simply a localized spike of energy moving through this unbroken ocean. This presents a strange paradox. If the hardest sciences show that the universe is an undivided, vibrating whole, why is our daily human experience defined by fragmentation and distance? The human mind operates as a hardware device connected to a universal network. Rather than generating its own isolated reality, the brain functions as a biological receiver. This antenna is constantly tuning into the underlying network protocols, the laws of physics and mathematics, that are already present within the quantum field. If the quantum field contains the total data of the cosmos across all time and space, our brains should theoretically be flooded with an infinite stream of information. To prevent total cognitive collapse, our biology acts as a ruthless editor. The conscious mind functions as a survival filter, actively discarding nearly all universal data and leaving us with roughly 99.9% of reality deleted from our view. This massive reduction in information provides us with a compressed user interface. By simplifying the infinite field into a few distinct objects, we gain the focus necessary to eat and to navigate and avoid immediate physical threats. Our fierce sense of individuality, the I that feels separate from the world, is a biological necessity. It is a tactical illusion designed to hide the overwhelming scale of the whole, so we can function as organisms. While our waking consciousness is strictly limited, the unconscious mind retains a much wider aperture. Early psychology began with Sigmund Freud, whose investigation revealed that most of our mental life happens beneath the surface of awareness. Carl Jung expanded this discovery, identifying a collective unconscious. He saw this layer as our literal, unfiltered plug into the universal quantum field. Since the quantum field is non-local, meaning every part of it is connected regardless of distance, this deep layer of the mind follows the same rules. This is why intuition and inspiration can arrive instantly. They occur when our awareness bypasses the survival filter to sync with the field's simultaneous flow. Beneath the surface of our daily survival filter, we are never truly detached. In the depths of the mind, we remain the unbroken, undivided universe. This raises an obvious question. Why would a unified universe build biological systems designed to shatter its own perception of itself? The answer lies in fractal cosmology. The exact same structural blueprint that dictates the shape of a swirling galaxy repeats down to the division of a single biological cell. For a singular, infinite awareness to observe itself, it cannot remain a single point. It must fragment into billions of subjective, limited viewpoints to experience its own complexity. The staggering diversity of life, matter, and human conflict serves a strict purpose. It is a highly orchestrated cosmic game of hide and seek, allowing the universe to explore every possible angle of existence. Eastern mysticism describes an awakened state of being, sometimes called the perfect man. This is the specific moment a single, isolated fragment consciously realizes that it contains the exact source code for the entire system. Look at fire, water, and steam. They appear to be separate forces battling one another, But in reality, they are simultaneous, intertwined manifestations of a single, closed-loop system adjusting its own state. There is absolutely no other in the universe. Every object, every person, every adversary you encounter is a temporary expression of the same underlying source. The isolated I that you feel right now is in reality the entire universe quietly listening to an explanation of itself.